The Hamilton Parkers are like any other British family, except they're all psychic. There's Dad Craig, Mum Jane, and daughters Celeste and Danielle. And for them, it's perfectly normal to communicate with the dead.
We can communicate with each other telepathically.
We're just ordinary people with something special.
Yes, I do see dead people and I do talk to them.
Meet the Psychic Family. In today's show, Craig and Jane set up a psychic pet clinic and even make contact with a dead dog.
Did the dog die at home? And have we actually rolled him up in the carpet or something? I had to roll him up to take him out.
I'm gobsmacked. That's mad.
And Craig with apprentice Nicholas meets 80s pop icon Toya Wilcox with some surprising revelations.
Stop treating the old man like an old man.
Who told you to say that?
Like any suburban household, the Hamilton Parkers love their pets. Ruling the roost are 3 pedigree pussies, Yang, Angel, and the runt of the litter, Gizzy.
As a child, I used to always have animals around me. I've always been able to communicate with animals because I was brought up with horses, cows, dogs. And I know animals pick up telepathically our thoughts, and animals can see auras as well.
Such is their love for all our 4-legged friends, the Hamilton Parkers are expanding their psychic services to include a pet clinic. So, if your dog's in the doldrums or your cat's crazy, Craig and Jane are here to offer their insight. They've come to local pet store Pets Deli in Eastleigh to meet their first clients. But before the dogs arrive, Jane has a problem.
Jane will have you hoovered up round here as well. Are you sure the lighting's right, Jane, and everything for you?
No, it's just that I've got white trousers on and...
Yeah. You shouldn't wear white when you come to see dogs.
What?
Darren, you're going to scratch it and stop it. Well, that's going to get filthy. You should dress suitably like I do. Always dress properly for the occasion. Dress for the beach, you have.
Dress for a beach? You can talk. You look like a
Dogs
peasant.
will go for all this.
But Jane's not the only one with a problem.
I've got to admit, although I like doing stuff with pets, I'm a little bit nervous of dogs.
Craig's nerves get the better of him, and they decide to retreat to a safer location.
I feel better here.
This is where I like a man, by the dog basket.
Yeah, it'll be all right. This will be better.
First client of the day is Misty with her owner, Kate.
I'm Kate.
Misty's a mischievous mongrel, but will Craig and Jane pick up on her sad past?
Is she from a litter?
Yeah, a lot of litter.
Yeah, because do you know what I get the feeling this dog? Like a breeding, I hate to say it, like a breeding farm.
Where'd she come from?
She came from a breeding farm, so that was right then.
Jane's off to a great start, but sadly, Craig's rapport with man's best friend has not improved. Thankfully, Jane's pet perception is on the money once again.
Is the Blue Cross mean anything to you?
Yes.
Because I just saw a Blue Cross sign go above her head then.
I've spent a lot of time going around the Blue Cross before I got a job.
Yes, because
That's where my Blue Cross would come
definitely
from.
I felt that this dog is meant to be. Hello.
The clinic is off to a flying start, but what did Kate think?
It was interesting their thoughts and how they actually knew about the dog. I was shocked straight away when they said about a cross, hence I've been round the Blue Cross looking for a dog.
Next up for a psychic sit-in is Corinne and her 2 boxer dogs, Daly and PJ. Corinne's boxers are totally different in personality, But will the psychics know which is which?
I see soppiness with this one, a bit of a sop. But this one doesn't trust an awful lot of people. This one would have you, really would have you. You only got to walk past it, wouldn't say, if it didn't like you, watch out. Well, this one's a baby, a big old softie.
He may be a softie, but this dog was the one causing Craig all that trouble before.
I'm a little bit nervous of dogs.
And it looks like Daly still wants a piece of him. Poor Craig.
Saying that because I feel
It's a male, I guess, isn't he? Yeah, because is he a bit sexually rampant, can I say?
No, not at all.
Jane is spot on with the dogs' personalities, but what does she pick up from Kareen?
I know you're dealing with dogs, and I know you're doing all this, but I've got like a nice nursing feel with you.
I have done nursing.
I thought you had, because I can feel a nursing energy in that. Because I'm looking,
family as well.
yeah, because I'm looking. You've dealt with people.
Yeah. Ever since I was about 14, I've worked in rest homes, and my mum was a manager in a rest home. So, yeah, I've always sort of been around that sort of thing. My partner's mum is a nurse as well. So, yeah, it's in the family.
Jane's on fire today, and the next doggy lover after some psychic insight is Jenny and little Tiggy.
Has she
Does she get out a lot? I mean, escape?
has she had something wrong with her?
When she was younger.
Yes, because I pick up with her health immediately. I go on here, and all right. Is there something around by her heart?
When she was in the womb, she was crushed.
Right, because I'm just feeling bones and round by the heart region. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Jane picked up well on Tiggy's past, but what can Craig get from Jenny?
Did you lose a dog that was quite young, that was almost like a puppy, when you were younger? Or you had a dog and it had to be taken away or something, but as if you had a dog, but it was whipped out of your life when you were a little girl, when you were really very vulnerable and really wanting to have an animal. And I feel that was like a major heartbreak time for you, because you were so close to that animal. And this is why, if you had your way, you'd have a dozen dogs.
Craig appears to have struck a chord, but just how accurate was he?
I had a collie, and we had to leave it behind with people that were taking our house on. And we gave them a number for somewhere they could put the dog if it became too much of a problem. But instead they gave it away to a rescue centre without our permission.
Looks like Craig's finally finding his feet. So what can he tell next client Johnny about his dearly loved but sadly departed dog Chaz? All they need is Chaz's dog collar to tune into his spirit.
You still smell him on here.
Cool, you did the smell, didn't you? Yeah, I can smell the wet on it.
He's been dead a while, so...
I feel all my back legs going, and I'm feeling all my digestive tract has gone as well, I'm afraid. So it's kind of like a condition that's crept into him. It's not. I don't feel he's been gone suddenly, like run over or anything. I've got an illness that we just kept tried to keep hold of him.
I've actually got a photo of him if you want to have a look at a photo.
So his back legs, did they all go?
He had arthritis.
Right, yeah. So did the dog die at home? And did you? I see the carpet here, and I feel that he died at home and we don't know what to do with him. And have we actually rolled him up in the carpet or something? I had to roll him up to take him out.
Yeah.
Rolled him up in that very carpet that's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, spot on.
But why are you getting Grandad?
Yeah, because my granddad lives with me.
Oh.
And my dog was always, even with my granddad used to take him for walks.
Oh, isn't that lovely?
Craig and Jane feel sure that they made contact with Chaz. But what did Johnny make of it all?
Yeah, I'm amazed. They're spot on with a few things there. With all this psychic reading and that, I was quite sceptical about it myself, but today it's proved me wrong. It's actually spot on the button with his breathing. He was my granddad's dog. With a problem with his eye, back legs, and he died in the kitchen on the floor, and we wrapped him up. That's spot on. So I'm gobsmacked. That's mad.
After a day of dogs, Craig and Jane leave for a house call to help Gemma, the distressed owner of a very noisy bird.
What are you shouting about? That's what we're going to find out. What are you shouting about?
Harry, come on over and have a word.
Come on over and have a word. Hello to you too.
Hello.
He knows that word. Parrots communicate, don't they?
Yes.
So perhaps he's trying to shout for his friends.
It could possibly be.
You know, I'm all alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm feeling a lovesick parrot.
Yeah, certainly when we bought him, we found that he had already bred with a female and separated them.
Oh, so Jane's right then.
Yep.
Certainly, I think maybe putting him outside a bit more might help, perhaps.
Oh, okay, that's a good
Because,
idea.
I mean, that's a potential thing, isn't it? Because then he feels that he's freer.
Do you know what? A couple of weeks ago, when it was nice, we put them all in their cages, locked them in, and we wheeled them out onto the patio.
And he was all right.
And he was the best behaved down the patio.
That's what he
loved
needs.
it.
Hello, handsome boy. Hello.
So you speak to me.
You're not a parrot. Hello, handsome. Hello.
I thought they were really good. They picked up on so many things about Harry, the fact that we don't think that he actually had been in somebody's house and that he's pining for a partner. And they've given a lot of really good suggestions which we'll use. So hopefully going forward we'll be able to keep him a little bit quieter.
It's been a long day, but before home, there's one more anxious pet owner to visit.
And he's got big ears.
They've come to see Cindy. Her dog Kizzy's health is a major concern.
I've got a deep worry about her operation that she's got to have because of her age, etc. And you know,
you're frightened of losing her.
Yeah.
Well, she's obviously got a bit of problems at the back when she walks. You can see
She's
that.
torn the ligament in her knee.
Yeah.
She's sensing, but
I think she's
don't
pretty
worry
sturdy.
because I think this dog is really much more of a fighter than you realise because she amazes you at times.
Whilst Jane's prognosis puts Cindy's mind to rest, the reading takes an unexpected turn.
I keep getting the name Ben now.
Oh, that's Ben. He had a serious accident at a year old and he can't sit up and walk or...
Yeah, because somebody I get in healing going over and Ben, because someone
He went
said,
over, he was dead for nearly an hour.
Yeah, they're saying Ben wasn't Ben's time. I'm sorry to throw it on you, but you've got...
his time.
It's not his time.
He came back here
Yeah,
and he's
because...
doing amazingly well.
Yeah, saying Ben. Ben's all right. Ben will be
Oh, yeah. They really did knock the wind out of me when she said Ben. Well, you could see the effect it had on me. It was amazing, really.
Kizzy is now on the road to recovery following a successful operation. And after a few spells outside, Harry the parrot ceases to squawk.
I'm not very clued up on celebrities. I know she's an actress and presenter, but that's all I know.
Coming up, 80s icon Toya Wilcox receives a shock from Craig's reading.
Yeah, both my brother and my father have lost fingers on chainsaws.
Hot on the heels of a successful day tuning into other people's pets, Jane reluctantly turns her attention to her own.
Cat's been sick on the settee.
And whilst Jane toils away on the domestic front, Craig inducts new assistant Nicholas into the glamorous world of celebrity readings. Today, the psychic and his sidekick are to meet singer, actress and 80s icon Toya Wilcox.
I'm not very clued up on celebrities, so, to be honest, I know she's an actress and presenter, but that's all I know. I don't know anything about her background. I kind of have an image of what she looks like, but I could be wrong, so it's kind of, meeting a complete stranger, really.
With Nicholas looking on, Craig sets to work.
One of the first things I feel with you is you've got such a wonderful energy to you. I mean, your energy seems to be ceaseless. I mean, do people find they have trouble keeping up with you for that?
Yeah, I'm a bit hyperactive, yeah.
Enormous energy with you. I don't know whether your husband has a bit of problems keeping up with your energy, because I get a feeling he's a bit more laid back in his,
He's very laid back,
ways, and he just likes to sort of chill out most of the time.
Yeah.
And you're not often into chilling out.
I don't chill out, no. I don't know how to chill out. I've forgotten.
Your mind never rests, of course, but I sense with you that you do have a sense of questioning the nature of the world more than most people. And I feel that you also, the sense I get is that perhaps this is the way you look towards your own talent, as if you probably don't think of yourself as an innately talented person, but it's something that you've developed and is emerging and will never, as a process that will never stop because of this. As if
I hope it will never stop.
Yeah, because you don't feel, I'm a talented person, I do my work, and now it's over.
Ironically, I don't feel highly about myself at all.
With the warm-up over, it's not long before Craig makes contact with the other side.
There's a few people that I've been sensing around you as I'm talking, and I'm sensing on the one hand a lady that used to sing, but I don't think I'm talking about professional singing here. I've got someone that had almost a slightly operatic voice, but I'm not actually doing it talented.
It's possible,
as a theatre. Comfortable build lady, I want to say, and I feel she went over with a chest in the end, because I feel that in the end her breathing is very poor.
You're onto something.
I felt with her name, because I got a very religious feel with her.
Okay.
Like I would have been quite a Christian and quite a motherly type of person to you, though don't think I'm talking about mum here, but I've got a motherly feel as if I want to hug you. You would have known her way before you got on in the world and things like that, and she knew your heart, as it were, and I feel that she would have been an early inspiration for you, that would have wanted you to really go on in life and push with her, as a feeling I get with her.
Well, I think the operatic singer was my first singing teacher, called Mrs. Cullum, who died of lung cancer. And she was fabulous because I was a disabled child in an era where disability was seen as something that meant you had no future. And she could see that I had the will to get over the disability. And my disability was physical, it was in the skeletal structure. But I was treated as stupid from the moment I learnt to speak until I left home. And I was treated as subnormal as well, and she was the one person that didn't treat me that way.
Moving on from her childhood, Craig surprises Toyah with some psychic precision.
Did you know somebody also that was very good with things like woodwork?
Well, yeah, that's the whole of my family.
Do you know someone that cut part of their finger off?
Yeah, both my brother and my father have lost fingers on chainsaws.
I've got part of my finger going here. Almost the same one is the sort of feeling I get,
well,
as if they've done the same mistake.
Finger on the opposite hand.
Same mistake, yeah. But that there, I think, right, about that. And they used to banter between each other about this, didn't they? There's a sort of a rapport between your brother and your father.
Oh God,
here. Yeah. They were both wits, I've got to say, particularly your brother.
Yeah.
Because he would be able to sort of give. I guess he's on the spirit side, is he? Am I describing him over there, or am I picking up your thoughts with him here?
Both my father and my brother are alive.
But Craig's revelations don't stop at Toyah's family, as he picks up a link to her latest tour.
Am I looking to something where I'm looking sort of into the Gothic type of feel here?
I'm about to tour a Gothic
I'm getting
show.
something quite sinister, sort of dark, a bit like the Batman movie.
I'm touring a show called Vampires Rock.
Okay, and am I seeing lots of flames going to be with this as well? Because I'm seeing, because you don't like fire much, I've got to say, and I feel there's fire on the
It doesn't
stage.
bother me at all,
all right.
no.
Well, I'm just seeing fire and lots of fire in darkness.
Yeah, it could be that when I actually get on stage and all the explosions are happening, I don't like fire.
Yeah.
At Craig's request, Toyah has brought an object given to her from a deceased loved one.
Yes, please do.
Can Craig's psychometric skills tune into its former owner?
We have the complete works of William Shakespeare, and I mustn't take that as a clue. Did a woman give you this?
No, man.
Whoever owned this or gave it to you, I get the sense of comedy, because I get someone that loved humour.
Mm-hmm.
He is a man who has, in his life, he could have good at giving confidence to others. He's another one I would say would be a bit of a mentor to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And would be one to say, go on girl, you can do it. I feel his illness was a slow illness. He didn't go over quickly. I feel, I'm sensing him now, grinded him down, he says at the end. I was ground down from a proud, witty, intelligent man to a body that was broken and a mind that wouldn't work properly. Because the thing he hated most, and he tells me at the end, he used to burst into tears a lot too, because of this upset of losing his dignity. And for him it was so hard, because he developed so much in his life, he says, that I was just a crying baby at the end, he says. But you understood that because you looked through that and saw the real me.
The book was from the director, Derek Jarman, who died of AIDS. He had a terrible death. He was one of the first people to die of AIDS. And it was probably the worst death anyone could ever have. Because there was shame attached to it when there shouldn't be shame, and there was stigma attached to it, and he was very, very angry. And that goes against his character, because he accepted everyone he ever met. He saw beauty in everyone, he nurtured everyone. Just makes me cry thinking of him. He lived round here.
He's a lovely man.
He was a
The vibration
beautiful man.
I felt from him was a lovely man.
After Craig's initial success, the pressure is on for apprentice Nicholas as he attempts his very first celebrity reading.
Kind of image that came to mind, I'm not sure if this has happened or it's something to come, is you working on water, and it's involving some kind of ship, so some kind of performance, but it actually involves travelling, but it's the travel meets the kind of performance, but it's actually on some kind of cruise ship or on water, so I'm not sure how you would kind of interpret or take this on board.
I join the Ventura next week.
Financially, I don't see it as being the biggest, it's not the biggest cash, but it's more for the experience, and that's what I have for you, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Cool. That's all you have.
That's good, that's really good.
And another thing I've got to say to you, stop treating the old man like an old man.
Who told you to say that?
The gentleman, I think, that gave me this, the
That's
Joker.
very interesting. That's really interesting. I'm always threatening to put my husband in a home because he behaves like an old
Bath chairs,
man.
I said.
Yeah. I am so frustrated that the most talented people I know don't use their talent. And my husband is a genius. He's academic, he has a brilliant brain, he's superb with music, he's an utter genius, and I cannot get him out of bed in the morning. And for people like me, who have made mountains out of our molehill of talent, I could kill him.
Oh, right.
So when you said that, it was actually very funny because I treat him like an OAP. So I think you were absolutely spot on there. You was also spot on about me as well. It was an interesting reading. He got some accuracies. He got things that couldn't be researched. I mean, he's definitely good at what he does.
Toy is impressed with Craig, but what does he make of his apprentice's performance?
I love that bit you picked up about being on the boat.
As soon as I saw it, it was the first thing that came to mind. I don't know whether it was right, whether it was wrong, but I just thought I'd say it.
Yeah, but everything you said was unique. Excellent, well done.
I enjoyed that.
Next time, Craig takes his psychic students on a spooky assignment.
My first impressions is I get a feeling people have died here. There's been death, multiple people.
And Craig and Jane's upcoming theatre show isn't progressing as planned.
Do you have access to be able to tell us how many seats have sold?
Yes, certainly. At the moment, you've sold 6.
6?
6.
Oh.